Hello everyone and welcome back to Simplicity Reimagined. So today I'm going to teach you how to make a Quizlet, so let's begin. First we want to just search up the actual website name. Click the first link you see, then you're brought to the home screen. Now I'm already logged in, but if you don't have an account already, make sure to log in with your Gmail or your Facebook or any sort of email account in general, and then you'll be able to get a free Quizlet account. Next, we want to start creating our Quizlet. So up at the bar, we have the search, browse, and create. We want to click the create button. So right now, I've already started a title for you. Basically, you want to say your class name. So I just did an example. So English, you can do your room number if you really wanted to. And then you go to the chapter number, and then you say what the subject of the chapter is. And then you do the date in case you want to reference this for later. Once you've created the title, then go down to this area where it says visible to everyone and only editable by me. So then we're going to click this blue button that says change. Now there's a drop down menu, and this Quizlet can be seen by certain classes that you're signed up with, people with a password that you give them, or just yourself. So personally, I like to do just me because sometimes I work 10 plus hours on a Quizlet and I don't want other people copying my Quizlet and using it for their own work. So this is a time where we actually get into making the flashcards. So first I like to start with the vocabulary word. So for example, if I'm learning about simile, we can do that. And the great thing is right here at this drop down area, these are suggestions. Now you can turn these off and on with this button right here. And basically these are answers from other Quizlets people have made, so it's really great. If you don't know how to explain something, someone else might have already explained it in a better way you have. When you're making these flashcards, make sure that there's the term on this side and the definition on this side, because when you're doing the games or flashcard mode when studying these, you want to make sure that you're prompted with this word instead of the definition. However, if you do learn better with the Jeopardy style of the definition being said and then you say, what is a simile? Then I'm just going to go over to this other Quizlet I've already made because there's enough terms to do this. But you can click this option right here that says flip terms and definitions. So if I click that, see everything switched. Next to the switch terms and definition button, we do have this button that says keyboard shortcuts. Personally, I don't use this, but if it makes it easier to make your own cards, then go right ahead. Next to the keyboard shortcuts button, we do have this add description button right here. Now this is a description of just the overall Quizlet in general. So for example, I can say Odyssey vocab and plot questions. Once you're done creating a term, go to your keyboard and you click the tab button. This goes to your next card, and if you click tab again, it'll jump to the second part, so then you don't have to fool around trying to click each side. Also, for these 4 buttons, you can only use the suggestions turn on and turn off. So all these, the bolded text, underlined text, color text, and voice recording, that's just for Quizlet Plus members. Also, if you like your terms in a particular order, you can go down to this equal sign right here, and I'm just going to demonstrate this on the trackpad. So right here, I have hovered my mouse over the equal sign, I click on it, then I use my finger and I just drag the term under, or just to wherever I want it to be moved. And then as you can see, the result is that simile is now the second term and metaphor is the first term. Now I'm just going to show you what it will look like on the screen when you do this action. So I click, I hold down and I drag it. And boom, simile is the first term and metaphor is the second. Then there are 2 ways to add cards. You can either physically click the add card button, or like I said before, you can click the tab button and it creates a new card without having to move your mouse at all. The great thing about Quizlet is that you do not have to worry about losing these flashcards unless you have a bad internet connection. If you do have a bad connection, you will lose maybe a couple terms, but you're not going to lose a whole set. Also, it saves through the cloud, so you can sign in to your Quizlet account in any type of device, whether it be a tablet, a phone, a computer, and it's all synced. So once you're done making your Quizlet, then you go up to this button that says done, or you can go down to this bottom one that says done as well, and then it just saves it. After you've saved your Quizlet, then you have many different options in which you can study this. So the learn option is basically for spatial repetition. And then you have the write option, spell, and testing, and the fun game ones are the match and gravity. So I'm just going to show you little examples of each one. So the learn one, I personally like if you're starting off with new content and you're not really sure where to start. So you can either click on the correct answer, or as you can see, it's numbered 1, 2, 3, 4. You can click the number 1, 2, or 3, or 4 on your keyboard as well. Then off to the left, you have the total amount of cards in your deck, the ones that you've gotten correct one time, and then the mastered ones are the ones that you don't really need work on because you've gotten it correct more than 2 times. Next, we have the write feature on Quizlet. Now, I only recommend this to you guys if you are studying foreign language vocabulary because it just helps you with your sentence structure and spelling the words correctly. Next is the spelling feature on Quizlet. I also recommend this for foreign language vocabulary learning because it helps you listen to the word in that foreign language and then you can write it out.
La vuelta al mundo. ¿Cuál es? La habitación.
So the great thing about Quizlet is when you do have a foreign language studying part, you can also do the accents on the letters. Lastly, this is the test option. Now you can either print a test or you can do it on the computer, and also you can customize your test using the options button, and then you can just have question types with written, matching multiple choice, true or false, Spanish or English, and then you can do a question limit. Also in the show grading options, you can require one answer only because sometimes there are multiple correct answers for the same term. So this is what the overall view of, let's say, a smaller test would look like. And then you can check answers. Also, if you do the test mode on your phone, you can either choose getting the correct answers automatically or just waiting until the very end to see what you got right and what you got wrong. And for those people who want to have a little more fun with studying, you can do these 2 games. So matching is one. I don't like this one. I'd rather use gravity, but this one works too. So then you just drag to whatever you have to match your terms. So Nadar is to swim. I'm just going really slow to just demonstrate what it would look like. And then as you can see on the left side, it does time you, and this is nice if you want to be competitive with other classmates in the class for Quizlet. Finally, we have the gravity game. Now you have different options. You can make it easy, medium, or hard, or you can do all the terms or the star terms, and I'll show you how to star terms a little bit later. And then you can answer questions with English, Spanish, or just random. And then you can show grading options because yet again, there are 2 correct answers for 1 term sometimes. So once you type the correct answer, then you hit enter so then the game can read what you're saying. And your goal is to make sure none of the asteroids fall past your thing. So let's say I missed that term and I didn't have enough time to type that out. Then it's gonna pause it and then you say handicrafts. You just type exactly what it says in the green text. And that becomes a red asteroid. Lastly, I'm just gonna show you how to star some terms. These are the ones that you just really struggle with, for example. So right here at the bottom, you can see you can star it like that. You click the star and it just turns yellow. And then on this tab, you can just only select the starred ones and you only study those, which is really nice to just consolidate the terms that you just don't know. Also, if you don't want to go back through the entire editing process and you just want to make a quick change, you can click the edit button right over there. Maybe you change a letter or so, and then you just click out and it automatically saves that as well. And if you want to hear it, you can click the volume button.
Mandar tarjetas postales.
Anyways, thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you guys got some nice tips and tricks for making your own Quizlet. If you like this video, please leave it a thumbs up, comment in the comment section below, and hope you all have a wonderful day.